Okay, I just got to get this off my chest. I just seen a post about tariffs. I actually have another video. I've talked about my opinion on that. I'm not an economist. I'm not even that smart of a person. So I respect when people smarter and more educated on topics than me can enlighten me. But I have trouble because I seen a comment. Someone from Canada was like, yeah, I just went to the grocery store and I picked up a tomato from like Chile and I put the one down from the USA. And all I could think was that's a good thing. Because I hate to I don't try to just rail against one side. There's certain things I take issue with. And so, there's a lot of people on the left, they're very anti-climate change and against, all the climate issues. And I'm totally okay with that. I think we as humans do impact the earth. I think it's naive to think that we don't. I also think there are other factors that affect things, but yes, we have affected the whole planet. So to deny that is silly. And that'll be my knock on conservatives. I think there's lots of factors, but let's be real. You can't actively live in this world and be like, oh, we're not affecting it at all. Open your eyes. It's right in front of us. So, but I don't know how people can be they're trying to rail against climate change and pollution and things like that. Yet they're actively saying that they're pro monoculture and they're pro shipping all these goods. Why the fuck are you in Canada and you need a fucking tomato from America or Chile or anywhere? Maybe it's too cold there. I don't know. And I know every climate is different, so you have certain things that grow better, that you can grow in some places that you can't in others. That's fair. But I feel like you could grow tomatoes in Canada. Maybe I'm wrong. And if you can't grow tomatoes in Canada, maybe you should just not eat many tomatoes, and you should eat something that is more in your climate. I think everybody should do. I don't think everybody needs avocado toast. But to me, it seems contradictory. We're all this climate change. And then you're like, oh, well, look, all your goods are going to go up. And I think that will be a short-term thing. But I also think that yeah, that's a good thing. All these goods shouldn't be shipped across the country. Is that not causing excess pollution that doesn't need to happen? It seems like it to me. So I'm for it. I'm for reducing pollutants and things that may contribute to global warming and keeping things local. Maybe I'm the crazy person. Maybe I'm nuts. But I think monoculture farming is so terrible. I think more of these monoculture farms should be reducing their operations. I think we need to keep pushing more towards people growing their own crops, having their own community gardens, buying local, selling local. And yes, certain things you're still gonna have to get. Trade's always been a thing, and there's certain stuff that you can't get everywhere that you still want to be able to get, and that's fair. But what's wrong with reducing some of these things that people don't need? I love avocados, but if I'm in an area that doesn't have avocado, I guess I don't need to have a bunch of avocados. And if I do, I should probably pay for it. It should probably cost more because it's a luxury at that point. And if you want to have luxury, you do have to pay for it. So I'd like somebody to set me straight on how some of this stuff is a bad thing, because I think we can adapt. And I think with the AI, it can assist people in adapting. I think it's going to be really tight. And so, yeah, people are going to have to tighten their belts, but that doesn't mean that has to be the case forever. I think there needs to be some hard changes and some resets, so we can be like, well, let's do this a different way. Because people get so stuck on this or this. It doesn't have to be. There's more than one ways to skin a cat. So I'm just floored sometimes when I'm like, I see so many people that are get caught up in this way or that way, and they're not like, oh, maybe there's another way. Do they not consider that because no one told them to consider that, or they just, I don't know. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Maybe the short term, yes. In the long term, I think it should force us to be creative and have some quality solutions. Maybe I'm crazy. Back out.